Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn another chapter, that is chapter number 1, real numbers. In class 9 you already learned about the real numbers. What's real numbers? Real numbers consisting of all rational and irrational numbers. And which are the numbers come under rational numbers? You know that all natural numbers, all numbers, integers, all will comes under rational number. That means which we can write it in the form of P upon Q, where Q should not be equal to 0. And all irrational numbers. Irrational numbers means which type of numbers? Which does not having any perfect square root. That means root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, etc. And also which will have a non-terminating and non-recurring decimal expansion is there. That will also comes under which number? Irrational numbers. These both the numbers together constitutes what? Real numbers. So in our number system, we can say that real numbers is the universal set related to the numbers. All other numbers are the subset of these real numbers. Clear for you? This might have already done it in the standard time. There is no need to explain again. Now here in this chapter we are going to study some more special topics, that means Euclid's division lemma, Euclid's division algorithm and fundamental theorem of arithmetic. These both sections we are going to see here. And this both Euclid division lemma and Euclid division algorithm is related with the divisibility of integers. Now using this Euclid's division lemma, how can you compute or you can calculate the HCF of any two given numbers? Is it right? What do you mean by HCF? Highest common factor. That means in smaller classes you might have learned that how to find out that highest common factor. So simple sums already you might have done it. Now here by divisibility of integers, how can you find out the HCF of two given numbers? Now we are going to explain about Euclid division lemma. Euclid, you know that we see he is a famous mathematics teacher, Alexandria in Egypt, and he has given a lot of contribution towards the geometry, and he made a book, and that book changed elements, a book called Elements, and it is divided into 13 chapters. Each one is called book. That all you have learned in the 9th standard, Introduction to Geometry. That chapter you already learned. There is no need to explain that all. Now, what is lemma? Lemma means it's a proven already statement which is using for proving the another statement. Already a proven statement which are using for proving another statement, that is known by the name lemma. Now, what is Euclid's division lemma? The statement of Euclid division lemma is that if any two positive integers, that means a and b are any two positive integers, there should exist a unique integers q and r. You should know that what will be q. If you are dividing a positive integer by other positive integer, you know that there you are going to get a quotient that will be denoted by q, and also you are going to get a remainder that is denoted by r. So we can say that the Euclid's division lemma states that if a and b are any two positive integers, there exists a unique integers q and r satisfying, what is the condition for that? A is equal to bq plus r. This one also you learned in the smaller classes. What was that? Dividend. A is called a dividend, b is called a divisor, q is called a quotient, r is called a remainder. That means a is equal to bq plus r. Now what is the condition for remainder is that remainder will be equal to 0 or less than divisor. That much possibility is there for that remainder. That means from 0 it can be extended up to B. B means divisor. Divisor less than divisor and up to 0 remainder can be come. That means suppose if you are dividing any number by 6, which are the possibilities of the remainder? 0 can come, 1 can come, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now according to this Euclid's division lemma, what you are going to do that? You are just calculating the HCF of any two given positive integers. Clear for you children? Now you might have got that what is I have written here Euclid's division lemma. Yeah, Euclid's division algorithm. Divisibility of integers. These both are related to divisibility of integers. Now Euclid's division algorithm means a series of steps that is known as algorithm to create computing that particular HCF. How Euclid's division is useful for finding out the HCF of any two given positive integers. And now let us use this Euclid's division algorithm. How can you compute the HCF of any two given positive integers? So already we have seen that the Euclid's division lemma what states that A is equal to BQ plus R. That means A is the dividend, B is the divisor, Q is the quotient, R is the remainder. The condition is that R should be less than, R should be in between 0. That means up to 0 if possible, yeah, less than B. The condition also we are seeing. Now how can you apply this Euclid's division algorithm to compute the HCF of two given numbers? Now let me revise you that what is the HCF. How can you find out the HCF? In normal case what you are going to do, suppose two numbers are given 12 and 10. So what you will do, you will write down all the factors of 12. The same time you will write down all the factors of 10 also. So you have written all the factors of 12 and all the factors of 10. So you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. All the possible factors you have written. All the possible factors of 10. The smaller classes you have learned that. And in that you will just choose that which is the highest common factor among these two. So you can see here that 1 and 2 both are the common factors, and in that which is the highest common factor 2. So you will say that HCF is equal to 2. This is a normal method you have applied in the smaller classes. Now this Euclid division algorithm, how it helps to calculate the HCF of two numbers. Here I have written two numbers 175 and 112. So whichever the number is greater, that should be taken it as A and the other number will be divisor. So you can take A is equal to 175 and B is equal to 112. Now divisibility, you are going to perform the division. It's method of division steps. The steps of divisions you have to follow. First what you will do, divide 175, you should divide by 112. So 175 upon 112. So you know that 1 times only possible here. That you will write here 112. So here A is equal to 175, B is equal to 112, Q is equal to 1 and R is equal to 63. So that you should write in that form. Which form? A is equal to BQ plus R. So you will get that 175 is equal to B into Q plus R. That means 63. Okay, first step you got it. Now, again next step what you should do that, you should divide this 112 by 63. Okay, this 112 divided by 63. So, here I have not written again that you can do separate also. I have done in the same steps, the same step I have done it, not done separately. So, 112 divided by 63. That means whatever the remainder you are going to get, that should be divided by the previous divisor. What was the divisor? 112. So 112 by 63. Here also you know that 63 ones are 63. Is it right? So what you are going to get? Minus subtracting to 9, 12 minus 3, 9. 49 you are going to get. Now this step also you should write in this form. How will you write? 112 is equal to, here A is 112, B is 63, Q is 1 and R is how much? 49. Again you have written that step like this way. 112 is equal to 63 into 1 plus 49. Getting clear now children? Now next step what you should do that? Next dividend should be 63, divisor should be what? 49. That means 49 should be divisor and 63 should be the dividend. Again you are performing the division. So you are going to get 1 times are there 49. What is the remainder you have got now? 14. Okay, again that one again you have to write here. 63 is equal to P into Q. That means 49 into 1 plus 14. Clear? Now next step what you should do that this 14 will be the divisor for the next step, and which will be the dividend? First divisor. The divisor will be the dividend of this one. 49 divided by 14. That means it will become 3 times. So try. 14 3s are 42. So what is the remainder you got now? 7. That step also you have written here. 49 is equal to 14 into 3 plus 7. That means A is equal to B into Q plus R. Okay. Now that step also written. Now last step, one step is remaining because you are going to get the remainder as a 0 now. What is that last step? 7 is the divisor, and which is the dividend now? 14 is the dividend now. 7 2s are 14. You got the answer as a last remainder. You got it as 0. Again you will write down by this method A is equal to PQ plus R. 14 is equal to 7 into 2 plus 0. So you have performed a series of division. Okay, for computing the HCF. Computing the HCF, you have performed a series of division. Now, and division lemma is also used here. Now, using this Euclid's division lemma, how can you find out the HCF of these two integers? How can you find out that which is the last divisor? That means in this series of division steps, last, which is the last divisor? Which is the last divisor? 7 is the last divisor. That will be the answer for the 175, 112 highest common factor. Means HCF of 175, 112 is equal to what's the answer? 7. That means whatever the step, last step, what is the non-zero divisor? That will be always non-zero only. Divisor is remaining. That will be the answer for the this answer. Okay, this question 175, 112. So what is the HCF? You got the answer as a 7. Now you might have understood that here a series of division we have performed, and that we have done in the form of A is equal to BQ plus R. The last case where the remainder is coming 0. There what is the divisor? That will be the answer for the HCF. Okay children.